very sad. That was very sad.
Why is it sad?
That's what I can't.
One, one, two. Oh, it's very hot. 1122. Shabbat shalom. Brad, can we turn this one down a bit? Yes. 1122. Test 11122. 2211. Okay, there we are. Very good. Shabbat shalom. Great.
Sometimes. Sorry. It's been a week. That's not the right word. Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. Can you leave the side with the songs this way so I know what's going on?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You want to blow it? You can blow it. It's one tequila. As long as I don't have to blow it after you, it's fine. Shall we?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Brad, we're live. Great.
Good combination.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And welcome to our Gesher Day Camp Shabbat. Woo! We have had the most amazing week at Temple. We have had the opportunity to bake challah, to play on a bouncy house and slip and slide, to make mezuzot, to all sorts of different things. So I want to thank all of our Gesher Day Camp staff, especially Kendra Zaks and Jessica Maldette, and all of our teen helpers, our teen staff, and all of our participants for a fabulous week. So we're actually going to ask Jessica and Kendra to come forward and light our Shabbat candles. I want to welcome everyone who is with us and also everybody participating via our live stream. It's wonderful to have everybody together on this beautiful evening as we celebrate Shabbat. So we'll begin on page 2.
Bless you.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we'll welcome our Gesher Camp students to step forward as we turn ourselves to page 10. Everybody come forward. Come on, come close here. Turn around.
Do the singing tonight.
Excellent. Good job. Everybody turn around, face that way. And we're going to start with Hine Matov, and Jesse's going to lead us.
Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Now, I hope everybody brought their Shabbat tools with them. Did you bring your Shabbat tools?
Wait, yes, I brought my Vim and bomb for everybody.
Excellent. Did everybody bring your Shabbat tools?
Yeah. My Vim.
You're right. That is your bim and your bombs. Everybody get your bim and your bomb out. We want to see all of our bim and bombs. Okay, ready and
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom.
now, Hebrew has got a lot of letters. And I'm not sure that everybody here knows all the Hebrew letters. So I think they may need some help. Do you think they need some help? Okay. So you're going to lead and they're going to respond. So everybody, this is a repeat after me song.
This is a repeat after me song.
Very good. Okay. Jesse's going to lead us. Ready? 1, 2, 3 together.
Aleph, bet, vet. Gimel, dalet, hey. Vav, zayin, chet, tet. Yud, kaf, chaf. Lamed, menon. Samech, ayin, pei, fei. Tzadik, kuf, resh. Shin, sin, tav.
Yay. We're going to ask our Gesher students to have a seat. We'll come back. We'll have you back. Both of ours. Okay. So there was once a very little person, and that little person didn't know any Hebrew. And they didn't know which prayers to say. And it came time for Shabbat. And everybody was in the synagogue and everybody seemed to be praying really hard. And that little person just didn't know what to do. So they thought, and they thought, and then it occurred to them. And they started to sing. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Chaf, and on all the way through the alphabet over and over and over again. Why would they do that? Everybody in the synagogue was really wondering why they would do that. They didn't understand what was going on. And the little person kept repeating the alphabet over and over and over and over. And then the service ended. And the rabbi came up to that little person and the rabbi said, okay, you know the alphabet, but why were you repeating it over and over? And the little person said, well, I wasn't really sure what the prayers were, but I figured if I just said the letters, God would put them in the right order. And so as we join together and we welcome Shabbat, we may not know all the words to all the songs. We may not know exactly what the tunes are. Some of the tunes may be new, some of the tunes we've heard before. But it's that love that we bring to it that helps us create that experience that we know as Shabbat. So as we welcome Shabbat into our lives, we turn to page 20 for Lecha Dodi. At the very end, the last verse, we're all going to rise and we'll turn around as our ancestors used to do. And as the sun is on its way down, and welcome that Shabbat bride into our hearts.
Lecha dodi,
Likrat
kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, yishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad, v'shem u'tiferet telitila. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, v'rosh mikerem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Vo'i v'shalom ateret ba'ala.
And we rise.
Gam b'simcha u'b'tola, toch emunei am segula. Bo'ii kala, bo'ii kala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat, nekabela.
And please be seated, and we'll continue with Mizmor Shir, a song for Shabbat, page 22.
Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon. V'hagid b'boker chazdecha, v'emunatecha b'leilot, alei asur v'alei navel, alei higayon v'chinor. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov lehodot l'Adonai. Uzamer l'shimcha elyon, uzamer l'shimcha elyon.
And on page 24, we join in Shalom Aleichem, those words of welcome where we extend a blessing of peace to those that we meet. We say, Shalom Aleichem, may peace be on you. And the response is, Alechem Shalom, and on you may there be peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu ni leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech, malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
And we rise together as we turn to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadav, Yitkadav, Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivarach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei.
B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol bet Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uv'izma'an ka'ariv.
Imeru.
Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevorach. Ve'alam alal me'almayach.
Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach. Yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shmei dekudisha barichu. Leila min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma. Imeru. Amen. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. And please be seated as we continue with Ma'ariv Aravim on the following page, page 30. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim B'chokhma Poteach Sha'arim Uvitvuna Meshane Itim Umachalif Et Hazmanim Umesader Et HaKochavim B'mishmerotehem Barakia Kirtzono Borei Yom V'Layla Golel Or Mipnei Choshech V'Choshech Mipnei Or Uma'avir Yom Umevi Layla Umavdil Ben Yom Uvein Layla Adonai Tzivaot Shemo El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Leolam Va'ed Baruch Ata Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 32. Let's join together at the bottom of the page. Everlasting love, you have offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amecha Amcha Chokim umishpatim Otanu limadata Al Kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu Ukumenu nasiach bechukecha Venizmach b'divrei Toratecha Uvmitzvotecha leolam va'ed Ki hem chayenu Meorech yameinu Uvahem negeyomam v'layla Negeyomam v'layla Ve'ahavadcha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael.
And we'll welcome our Gesher campers back to the Bima. Come on forward as we turn together to page 34, and we'll have them lead us in the Shema. Okay, are we ready? 1, 2, 3.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Yasher Koach, thank you all. We turn to your seats and we'll have you back in just a little bit. And we'll continue on page 36 with V'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha V'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha U'v'chol me'odecha Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele Asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha V'dibarta bam V'shivtecha b'veitecha U'blechtecha v'derech U'shachbecha u'v'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha Ve'hayu letotafot b'neinecha Uchtavtam Hamezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha Leman tizkeru Vasitem et kol mitzvotai Hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Lehiot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem
Adonai Elohechem emet. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. That there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. So we join in Micha Mocha, a psalm of freedom, on page 40.
Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai Micha mocha nehedar b'kodesh Nora tehilo עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. Who is like you? Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? When Moses and the children crossed the sea, they sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh.
Page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Page 45. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment that endured forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. We join in Vishamru, page 44.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Then you b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat. La'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. So we rise for the Amidah, page 46.
Adonai, sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu b'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevig Ula Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rav Hoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Nichamocha Bagevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechayek, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, kadoshim b'chol yom yahalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Page 53. Please be seated. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we didn't know it. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. Page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Page 59. Let's join together at the top of the page. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. And for all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lacha na'eh lehodot. Page 61. Together, grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech Adon lecho hashalom. Ki ata melech Adon lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov einecha levarech et amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה משלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
We take a few moments and leave aside the prayer book and think of our own prayers, the prayers that are in our own hearts, our own minds, those personal, private moments that we want to share with God. We'll invite our Gesher campers back up to the bima. To lead us in our prayer for peace, Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'mramat, Yaseh Shalom aleinu,
Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yasher Koch, thank you so much. Our hearts and our minds turn to those in our community, our friends, our families who are in need of a blessing of healing. We think of all those who continue to struggle with COVID-19, with its variants and its continued impact on our lives, on our community. We think of our brave medical workers who work tirelessly to keep us healthy. We think really of all those who are in need of a blessing of healing in any sort of way, whether it's healing of mind, body, heart, spirit. In our congregation, we mention Greg Bennett, Michael Byron, Andrea Kempner Blake, Scott Gordon, Patricia Heibel, Rebecca Gottlieb, Julian Howell, Thomas Costanis, Phyllis Levin, Zachary Jackson, Dane Marcinowski, Burko Shervetsky, Jim McCann, Debbie Perry, Fran Porras, Frank Fusaro, Bruce Harrell, Sasha Leopold, Lorraine Wellington, Matea Press, David Spanger, Marcia Pinsky-Koblitz, Jack Hall, Joe Riley, Joseph Pissetner, Edie Francis, and Kathy and Jerry Schreier. If anyone either here present with us at Temple would like to share a name, please call out a name. And if anybody who's joining us via our live stream would like to share a name, please add that name to our chat box. As we turn together to the words of Misha Berach on page 253.
Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe berach imotenu, mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
You can see over there, one of the days that we spent this week was studying Israel, our first day, actually. And we created a very large-scale map with some great spots to think about in terms of Israel and all of the beauty and wonderful things that we have in our beautiful country. And you can take a look at that as you go through. And one of the other things that we did is we spent a day thinking about the upcoming holidays of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And of course, a highlight of that is a shofar. Exactly. No, well, Trent's just gonna blow it for us. But all of our students have their own make-believe shofars, and we'll be happy to blow them for you at any time. Having no little children at my house anymore, I was thrilled to be able to give you that gift. I know, payback, right? Yes. No, but we are getting ourselves ready for that. And one of the ways that we do that, of course, is this whole month, this month of Elul, we listen to the sound of the shofar once a day to remind us that that Rosh Hashanah is on the way, and that we have to get ourselves ready. We have to get ourselves into that mindset of this new year to come. And this is an extra special year. Of course, Rosh Hashanah begins, anybody know? Yes, the 1st of Tishrei. Excellent, perfect. As it does every year. And this year, the 1st of Tishrei falls on Monday of Labor Day. So the evening of Rosh Hashanah is Monday evening. And the city of Erie has arranged a fantastic Rosh Hashanah fireworks display for us. And so we're thrilled. I'm kidding. So no, we will join together on that wonderful evening for Rosh Hashanah. But to help us get into that Rosh Hashanah thinking and to help us with that work of saying, I'm sorry to people that we may have wronged throughout the year, we listen to the sound, the voice of our shofar. And so we call up Trenton, who is one of our Baal Tekiyas, the master of the shofar, and so modest, for a tekiah that reminds us and pushes us one step closer to Rosh Hashanah. Here we go. Yasher koach. Nicely done. You have to come back next week. Okay? You come back next week, you can blow next week. All right? Okay. So we're going to turn together to page 282 and rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'ador hakol, hateit gedola le'yotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu keduyei haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem,
וגורל עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים
ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמהם, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום בהשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Please be seated as our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth. Our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and of death. And in our congregation on this Shabbat, we observe the yahrzeit for Mayor Pollock, J. Milton Jacobs, Jacob Owens, Joseph Davis, Hannah Wolf, Jacobs Hirsch, Leopold Frankel, Albert Lucas, Saul Kalman, Janet Strauss, Jack Rosenthal, Emma Rosenthal, A.H. Abrams, Louis Sulzbacher, David Bernard Morwitz, Margot Kalman Oppenheim, Jeanette Nathanson, Fanny Stone, Matilda Waxelbaum, Melly Nathan, and Benjamin F. Kimmel. If people here have a name to add, as I look around, please share that name. And if anybody joining us via live stream would like to add a name, please add that name to our chat box. We rise together and turn to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Be'alma divrach rute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. V'agalav izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehesh me rabba mevorach le'lam u'lalme almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekutsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Ose shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to call up our Gesher students one more time. There is a tradition that when in the cheders in the Jewish schools of Europe, when students began studying Torah, they would put a little drop of honey on the corner of the study page so that the experience would be sweet. And this week we've had honey, we've had sweetness of so many different kinds in so many different ways. So we're going to end this evening with a song called Sweet as Honey. Okay, are you ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah la'asok b'divrei Torah. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Yasher Koch, Gesher, please have a seat. I'd like to invite Lisa Nathanson forward, a member of our board, to share some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Just a few announcements for tonight. Tomorrow morning, there will be Torah study at 11 a.m. And there's also the link on your available for virtual services. On Wednesday, there was going to be a Temple Book Club meeting at the Yacht Club, but it is canceled for this month and it'll be rescheduled in September. So just kind of keep alert to the announcements that are made for the Temple Book Club. And this is very important, a reminder to complete your Temple congregational profile. This was sent to you in the High Holy Days packet. It's due August 31st, and we're asking all congregants to fill out the information and send back. So when we do develop a new database, all the information for everybody's personal information, family information is correct. And just the services this weekend are in memory of my mother, Jeanette Nathanson. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Lisa. We're going to have our Gesher students and their counselors come forward and lead us in Kiddush and Motzi.
Why do you put those things over the fire?
They don't blow out. Ava, good. Okay, let's join together in Kiddush. Ready? Ready? No, no. Ready? And hold up the Kiddush cup, Ava. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Thank you.
What?
Okay. So we're not going to share this one because we had our challah at dinner, right? So is there someone who has not had challah who would like to, not you folks?
I didn't have it.
Anybody in our congregation who would like to take the challah home?
Me. I just want to take it home.
Okay, we have some volunteers here. So
I'll give you a stick. My mother does. She whispered to me, tell everyone that.
yeah, Josh, it's not happening.
Yeah, he did.
Josh,
My dad's raising his hand. I'll take it.
no. Leave it. Okay, let's join together. Motzi lechem min haaretz.
We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Yeah, good call.
All right, guys, go take seats.